The folding chair groaned beneath me, slow, complaining, like it knew something was about to break. The room smelled like burnt coffee and lemon cleaner, cheap, overused. The kind of smell churches never quite get rid of. A wall clock ticked loud, enough to feel personal. Every second sounded like a reminder of something I missed, or something I was about to lose. Someone inhaled sharply behind me. A wedding ring tapped against a styrofoam cup, and across the room stood a young man with his shoulders tight and his face pale under fluorescent lights. He looked at the folder in my hands, then at my stepdaughter, then at my wife. And when he finally spoke, his voice wasn't angry. It was wounded. "That's not what I was told," he said, "and it hurts more than you know." That was the moment the truth entered the room. And the truth didn't care who it embarrassed. Backtrack, the betrayal begins 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock 2 days earlier. I was still standing in my kitchen in Rockford, Illinois. Pumpkin pie in the oven, cinnamon in the air. The kind of warmth that tricks you into thinking everything's fine. Outside, Rockford wore its late November face, grey sky, whined off the rock river that cut through jackets like it had a personal grudge. I'd just gotten home from work. Union, electrician, 30 years in the trade. Wires don't care about your feelings, they care if you do the job right. That's always made sense to me. Family. Not so much, Dot. My wife Mara stood at the counter, smoothing pie dough like it had done something wrong. Hair done, lipstick on, her company face. "Kendra texted," she said. I asked if everything was okay. She said Kendra and her fiancé were stopping by before they headed out. Headed out where? She paused, just half a second. But I've rewired enough old houses to know the difference between a steady hum and a dangerous flicker. "To meet Evan's family," she said. "Madison. Close enough to drive. Far enough to plan." I asked the obvious question, and I'm going to, right? She didn't answer right away. "It's just going to be me," she said. Something cold slid down my spine. Then she said it. Kendra's bringing her dad. The word that changed everything. 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Her dad. Darren. The man who missed birthdays. Missed school concerts. Missed the winter we sat 6 hours in an ear while his daughter shook under fluorescent lights. I asked why Dot. She said the word people use when they don't want to explain. Complicated. They called Evan's family traditional. And suddenly I understood. I wasn't inconvenient. I was bad optics. 17 years. 17 I fixed everything in that house. Paid for half of it. Signed for Kendra's first car when no one else. Ooh, Dot, and now I didn't fit. That night I didn't argue. I ate my dinner, washed my bowl, wiped the counter like I always did. But my chest felt tight. But like something important was being squeezed down smaller and smaller. Facebook makes IT official 12 o'clock to 16 o'clock the next morning. Betrayal showed up on my phone before my coffee finished brewing. A Facebook notification. There they were, Kendra, Mara, and Darren. Smiling. Caption. Family night. So grateful to have Dad here. Dad. I stared at that word until it stopped looking real. For a moment, I was 19 again. In the Navy, standing watch in freezing wind. You learn to keep your face steady. You swallow words. But I wasn't 19 anymore. I was 56, and I'd just been erased with a caption. when I asked Kendra about it. She didn't hesitate. He's my dad. Then she said the sentence that shut something off inside me. Frank, you're not my father. The kitchen was warm. The coffee hissed. The pie smelled sweet, and I felt cold all the way through. So I said one word, okay. Walking, 8 or 16 o'clock to 20 o'clock 3 weeks later. I was living alone in a small apartment. Temporary, they said. Then came the knocking. Hard, angry, demanding. Mara and Kendra stood in my doorway, upset that I'd gone quiet. They said I was acting. Strange, I said the truth. You erased me. They said it was easier that way. Easier for who? That's when I understood something important. They didn't just want me quiet. They wanted me invisible. I opened the door and stepped aside. I'm done with this conversation. They left, and for the first time in 17 years. So did I. End part 1. See elephant. G. Later, my phone rang. Unknown number. A woman's voice said, "We were told you were just a roommate." And that's when I knew. Silence wasn't going to fix this. Asterisk, asterisk. They lied about me, so I brought the truth to the wedding meeting. Opening hook 0 o'clock to 1 o'clock. We were told you weren't really part of the family. That's what Evan's mother said. Just a roommate. I've never been anyone's roommate. Call that changed everything. 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. She called while I was sitting at the VFW. Old coffee. Faded flags. Men who understood silence. She said they valued honesty. And suddenly, everything made sense. They weren't confused. They were misled. She invited me to a family meeting at their head church. Public, neutral, witnesses. I didn't pack anger. I packed a folder. The folder 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock. I didn't gather everything. Just enough. A car, cosign, a medical bill, a graduation program with my name scribbled on the back, not proof.memory. When the meeting started. Darren spoke like he'd always been there. Mara stayed quiet. Then Evan's father asked me a question. How long have you been part of Kendra's life? I said the truth. 17 years. Then I opened the folder, one paper at a time. No drama, just facts. The room went still when Evan asked if it was true. Kendra couldn't answer. That's when Evan said it. That's not what I was told, and it hurts more than you know. Aftermath 12 o'clock to 16 o'clock. The wedding didn't explode. It stalled, like a house with bad insulation. The cold spread slowly. Mara blamed me for embarrassing everyone. I told her something I learned in the Navy. When it's your post, you don't walk away. She had Dot 2 days later. I sat at the credit union and untangled my name from everything. Clean, quiet, quiet. I signed the emergency fund. Over to Kendra. No strings, no speeches. The diner 16 o'clock to 19 o'clock 2 weeks later. Evan asked to meet at a diner. Hot coffee. No rush. He said something I didn't expect. I respect you more than her biological father. I told him respect isn't spoken, it's lived. He said the wedding was on hold, because honesty matters. Kendra sent a message later. Thanks for everything. Not forgiveness. Not closure. Just truth. Final reflection. 19 o'clock to 20 o'clock. I didn't win. I lost a marriage, but I kept my name. Being a father was never about a title. It was about showing up, staying steady, holding the line when it would have been easier to walk away, even if no one claps. If you've ever felt erased while still standing there, you're not alone. Sometimes the loudest thing a man can do is tell the truth and walk on.